Shabbat Shalom. We've got about 5 minutes before we'll get started. I just wanted to say hello, make sure that all of our cameras were working. If you're out there, thank you for joining us. We will be starting in just a few minutes. For those of you who know me, this is the longest I've ever been silent. Well, how nice to have support.
Don't get too complicated, okay? It'll be like the names of your programs, like 40 sentences long.
Yes. Hello, Shelley. I heard you just tuned in. Shabbat Shalom. I can sort of look this way and actually see you sitting there. That's a joy.
Oh, they're brittle.
For those of you who will be joining us this evening, if you'd like to visit via chat, please say hello. There will be an opportunity for you to add names to our Mishaberach list for those prayers you once said, for those who are ill. You'll also have an opportunity to provide us with any names of people you are remembering who passed this week, this month, or whenever. We will take all of those names. There's one thing about Judaism: we never forget. And while some might say that's a curse, quite frankly, it's a blessing. Still got a few more minutes. If you're joining us from afar, we'd certainly like to know where you're joining us from. If you did not have a chance to see the Atlanta Federation's piece on Joe Alterman, he is a 31-year-old pianist, composer, arranger who is much older than his years. If you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend going wherever you need to go to find it, because he was amazing. I have 7:30. So, for those of you who are with us, welcome. For those of you who aren't, you're still welcome. My name is Barry Nicholsberg. I am the cantorial soloist here at Temple Beth David in Snellville, Georgia. And we are delighted to have you with us this evening. A hearty Shabbat Shalom to everyone. I would like to start this evening with a piece that was written by Jubilong Original. And I would really like you to think about these words, because I hope they will set a tone for all of us this evening and every Friday night. Oh, you may be wondering where Rabbi Jesse is. He's in Albuquerque, or should be pulling into Albuquerque any moment now. And he is on his way back here. He flew that way and is coming back. And we will be singing a song to him later this evening. It's a traveler's prayer. He will be back here, right here, next Friday. And I will be back here, right there, next Friday. Take a minute to remember what you were doing last Friday evening when Shabbat started. Yes, I know this is the point. When you feel the urge to run for your phone and check your calendar. Because who can remember what they were doing last Friday night? Okay, so when you have this idea of what you may have been doing last Friday night, use it as a starting point to think about the past week. Think about its ups and downs and about the regular parts of this past week too. And then let it go. When we clear our heads and our hearts of the hustle of the week, then we can truly rest. The rest is magic because it helps us bring our best selves to the week ahead. Where was I last Shabbat? Where was I physically and spiritually? Was I rushed? Or did I savor the coming of Shabbat? What happened in the past 6 days? They go so quickly. I can hardly remember. What kind of person was I this week? Thoughtful? Superficial? Preoccupied? Appreciative? Did I laugh? Did I cry? Did I tell anyone how much I love them? Did I use my week well? And what does that even mean? What lessons will I take with me into the future? As I enter Shabbat, I release the past week, its joys and its sorrows. I free myself from any misgivings or guilt. I am ready to look for new happiness and bring the best of me to new experiences during the week to come. Shabbat Shalom. We will start this evening by asking Judy Kern, our Vice President and Chief Technician. Without her, none of you would be seeing us right now. I'm asking Judy to come up to the bima and light the Shabbat candles for us.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, Vitzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. As we continue to prepare for the Shabbos, let us welcome the Sabbath bride with Lecha Dodi. Oh, before we go there, we start the book of Numbers this evening. And if you'd like, I have sort of a puzzle for you. The word we use more than any other is not Adonai, it's not Baruch, it's La. We sing it, I sing it, you sing it a lot on Shabbos. See how many times we do. Well, we'll start with this one because this one's got a whole lot in them.
Light these lights. No.
La 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 lecha dodi. La 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 likrat kala. La 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 pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat nikabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad. Ishmi'anu el hamyuchad Adonai echad Shemo echad L'shemu tiferet Veleti la 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 lecha dodi la 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 likrat kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nikabela. Hitoreri, Kiva orech, Kumi uri, Shirta beri, Kivod Adonai, Alayich negla la 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 lecha dodi la 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 likrat kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nikabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha utzola tochem honei am sigula boi chala Boi la 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 lecha dodi la 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 likrat kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nikah pnei Shabbat nikah Pnei Shabbat nikabela. Please let us know where you're from. We're always excited to have people with us. whether it's literal or virtual. I understand that Elizabeth Cody is on. Judy said that to me just now. Liz, hi, and congratulations with Oscar. She has an 8-week-old golden retriever, just about as cute can be. Shalom Aleichem. Wishing you peace and saying hello, my friend. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hashari, Malachi Elyon, Melech, Malachi Hamlachi, HaKadosh Borech Hu. Bochem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon. Melech Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Borech Hu. Barech Hu ni l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon. Melech Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Borech Hu. Tzechem l'shalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon. Melech Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Borech Hu. Most of you now know Rabbi Jesse, who is normally in this very spot. Tonight he's in Albuquerque in a different spot. And what you know about him, if you know him at all, is he's not normal. And he does things bigger than pretty much anyone else I know. So it didn't surprise any of us when he announced that he and his wife, Shira, were going to have twins. We are now in week 30. We as a congregation, as a community, join them in the count. We are now at week 30. There are 10 weeks to go. We're not taking bets on whether she'll make the 10, but I do want you to know that she let us know this morning that those girls are now the size of cantaloupes. Is that right? I think it was cantaloupes. Last week it was pineapples. Anyway, we've been following their progress, and I'm delighted to keep you apprised, even though I'm just a fill-in. We're going to turn to the point in this service where we sort of go from the introduction, the welcome of Shabbat and the bride. And with this, the Reader's Kaddish, we separate all of that fun. And now we're going to get serious for a little while. I'm going to ask Bobby Horowitz here and Frank Monteleone there. My guys, we're missing Laura Friedman, which I did not realize how much I counted on her voice being here. But as long as the coronavirus is around, she will be hunkered in place, and that's at her house. So we muddle through without her. At any rate, Bobby, if you would lead us, please, in the Reader's Kaddish.
Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabba.
Amen.
V'yamad yivarach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechonu v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael Bagala Bagala Uvizman Kariv V'imiru Amen Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach L'Olam Olam Me'almaya Yitorach Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitala Shemed Kudusha Baruchu Leila min kol berchata v'shirata
Tushbechata v'nechemata Damiran
B'yalma V'imiru
Amen. If you are able and comfortable, I would ask you to rise and join us as we chant the call to worship, the Baruch Hu. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Baruch et Adonai HaMivorach Baruch Adonai HaMivorach HaMivorach Le'olam va'ed HaMivorach Mivorach le'olam va'ed. And please be seated if you'd like. Just going to read a few quick passages. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzavot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Hamariv Aravim. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol, all these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. If you are able, please rise and join us as we sing the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kivo Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kivo Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Before we go any further, I have a request for those of you who have been with us in weeks past. We have made some alterations. We are no longer streaming through a wireless. We are now streaming with an Ethernet cable. We're no longer going from Zoom to YouTube, but straight and only to YouTube. If you wouldn't mind using the chat box and letting us know, are we freezing more? Are we buffering? Is it skipping? We'd just like to know your thoughts on, is it better? Is it not better? We're constantly adjusting. Judy is in the back writing something, and I'm sort of pausing, waiting to see if there's something I need to do before I chant the V'ahavta. Okay, well, that was a note saying that the sound sounded pretty good, so we're delighted. I hope that's as true for the guitars as it is for my voice. The V'ahavta is actually chanted in the trope of the Torah. This comes straight from the Torah. And the song itself sounds completely different from anything else you will hear this evening because it's the cantation of the Torah itself. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shiftecha b'veitecha u'b'leftecha b'derech u'b'shoftecha u'b'kumecha ukshatam le'od al yadecha v'hayu totafot ben einecha u'tavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha Leman tiskaru va'asitem et kel mitzvotai piyatem kedoshim leloechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeichem yeretz Mitzrayim liot lachem Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory, and may earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt, we were delivered. At Sinai, we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages time and again, we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing at the shores of the sea. Micha Mocha. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la la, ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'eli Madonna, mi chamocha neder b'kodesh, Nora tehilo osefele, Nora tehilo osefele. Malechutecha hara uvanecha, Bokei ayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, Ze'eli anuvi amro, Ze'eli anuvi amro, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Mi chamocha ba'eli Madonna, mi chamocha neder b'kodesh, Nora tehilo osefele, Nora tehilo osefele. Bob Green has sent a note saying, we're not buffering. And I know we're not freezing because it's hot in here. We have thermostat wars everywhere I go. Regrettably, the sanctuary is no different. The next song we're going to sing is one of my favorite lullabies, Hashkibenu. We'll sing it first in Hebrew and then in English. Listen to the words. Comforting. Asking God while we're sleeping to protect us. Gentlemen. Hashkibenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hagidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 There are two songs that we sing on Shabbat that just make people smile when they sing them. You can't help yourself but smile when you sing this. Please join us and smile with us as we begin with Vishamru. Bishamro b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Bishamro b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. בני אובן, בני ישראל אותי לעולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי שתת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. And we're going to follow that with Yismachu. Now, with Yismachu, just know that on this particular, there are only two songs where I just sort of open up and let it fly. And this happens to be one of them. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy listening to it as much as I enjoy singing it, because I truly do love this. Bobby, when you're ready, Frank. Yismachu b'malechutecha, Shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'koreh, Oneg Shabbat. Yismachu b'malechutecha, Shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'koreh, Oneg Shabbat. Mikadasheh, Mikadasheh Shavi Shabbat, Kolam Yisbeho, Vayit Angumi Tu Vecha Shabbat, Yismechu B'malechutecha, Shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'koreh, Oneg Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, Shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'koreh, Oneg Shabbat. Uvashvi ratzita bo v'kidashto Shabbat, Chemtot Yamim Oto Korata Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, Shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'koreh, Oneg Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, Shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'koreh, Oneg Shabbat. Zecher lemase, lemase v'reishi Shabbat, Zecher lemase, lemase v'reishi Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, Shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'koreh, Oneg Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, Shomrei, 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 Shabbat v'koreh, Oneg Shabbat. We're about to chant the tefillah, which is the standing prayer. If you're able, please do so. and join us. Anananananana Adonai. Ananananana Sabtai Tiftach. Ananananana Hofi Agid. Hofi Agid Tahilatecha. Ananananana Adonai. Ananananana Sabtai Tiftach. Ananananana Hofi Agid. Hofi Agid Tahilatecha. Ananananana Adonai. Ananananana Sabtai Tiftach. Ananananana Hofi Agid. Hofi Agid Tahilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'Imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim V'konei Hakol V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot U'megula Livnei Bneihem L'ma'an Shemo B'Yahava Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham V'Yetzrat Sarah Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai Mechaye Hakal Atarab Leoshia Morid Hatal Mechakel Chayim Bechesed Mechaye Hakol Berachamim Rabim Somev Noflim Verofe Cholim Umatir Asorim Kayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Micha Mocha Bal Givurot Umido Melach Melech Memit Umechaye Umatzmiya Mitshua V'ne'emanat alecha Yod Ha'akol Baruch atah Adonai Mechaye Hakol Atah Kadosh V'shimcha Kadosh U'kadoshim b'chol yom Yahalalucha Selah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. It's hard to remember stuff like that. There's nobody in front of me. Well, Judy is. She's not nobody. She's the one who could just we wouldn't be here. We like to sing about peace. Grant us abundant peace, your people Israel forever. For you are the sovereign of peace. May it please you to bless us and to bless all your people Israel with your peace at all times, for all hours, and for all people. Shalom Rav.
It's Chaim. It's Chaim.
I skipped one.
It's Chaim. Moment of silence.
Well, I don't know what I skipped. What did I skip?
It's Chaim. He.
I was going to do that after.
Okay.
I just had a different order, that's all.
Barry, Frank.
Shalom Rav.
Keiko.
While they're getting ready, I could entertain you with music or jokes, but probably better that they're ready. Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amecha, Tasim Leolam.
Shalom
Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amecha, Tasim Leolam. Sing with us, please.
Shalom
Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amecha, Tasim Leolam.
Shalom
Shalom Rabba Yisrael Alecha, Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon, Luchol HaShalom. Ki atahu melech adon, Luchol HaShalom.
Shalom
Shalom Rabba Yisrael Amecha, Tasim Leolam.
Shalom
Shalom Rabba Yisrael Amecha, Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amecha Yisrael. Bechol et ubechol shah bishlomecha.
Shalom
Shalom Yisrael Amecha, Tasim Leolam.
Shalom
Shalom Yisrael Amecha, Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam, Tasim Leolam. Our worlds are busy and noisy, or at least they used to be. There used to be traffic jams, horns blaring. There are still lots of cell phones ringing, text messages buzzing. Too often, we hear without actually listening. Join me in this sanctuary, please, in your minds. Let's take a moment to embrace the gift that only the quiet in our own minds can deliver. I invite you to join me in praying silently. Please join us in Etz Chaim Hi.
Etz Chaim Hi L'machazikim Bach V'tomecheha Me'usha Deracheha Rachei Noam V'chol netivoteha Shalom Ashiveinu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva Kadesh Yameinu Kekedem Etz Chaim Hi L'machazikim Bach V'tomecheha Me'usha Shalom. Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva Kadesh Yameinu Kedem.
That was great, Bobby. Thanks. I love singing that with him. I told him if he outlives me, he needs to sing it at my funeral. It's just a perfect song. I'm going to switch gears a little bit. May the ones who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and for their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit, and let us say, Amen. If you have names that you would like to add to this evening's Mishaberach list as we pray for those who are ill, physically, mentally, please put them in the chat, type them out. Judy will read them for us all. While she's waiting for some to come in, I will get started. Shelley Perkle, Brenda Gibson, Paula Terry, Peter Yarrow, Leslie Karsten, Anya Polara, Louisa Piet, Natalie Kohlhaas, Laura Friedman, Sonia Freitas, Mickey D'Amato, George Kirchhoff, Jean Kirchhoff, and everyone affected and afflicted with COVID-19.
Tom Finkelstein, Jack Finkelstein, Lenore Jacobson, Jerry Hunt, Gary Yax, D. Yax, Callie Hills, Daniel Trussell, Mike Stein, Irma Schiller, Larry Aft, Ann Tepper.
Frank, anybody?
Jerry Wood, Phyllis Chambers,
If there are others, please keep them coming. They will certainly be in our prayers.
Karina Levy, Alex Levy, Maurice and Margaret Goldstein, Elaine Markel. Jack Frank, Joe Wagner, Linda Aronsack, Nina Schulman, Marcy Schulman, Benita Jarrett, Jane Remillard, Wendy Fine, Daryl Bernard, Deborah Bernard, Barbara Freed, Jerry Hunt, Bill Wolf.
Are there more? Okay. Let's sing Mishaberach. Mishaberach Avotenu Mikor Habrecha Laimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishaberach imotenu mikor habrecha yavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
L. Margaret and Maurice Goldstein.
Thank you all. If there are others, please do not hesitate to send them to us via chat. A Devar Torah is sort of a snippet. It's not the whole thing. It's pretty much what grabs my attention or the rabbi's attention in that particular week. This week, the name of this portion that we're reading is Binidbar. Now, it's important for you to know that this is the 34th weekly Torah portion that we're reading or studying. And why is that important? Because tonight we start the book of Numbers. When I was a child, I hated the book of Numbers. It was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Can't we get through this? I couldn't understand it. It just made no sense. But Numbers are, in fact, very important. Let me tell you some numbers associated with the book of Numbers. This particular parsha is made up of 7,393 Hebrew letters, 1,823 Hebrew words, 159 verses, and 263 lines in the Torah. Now, where else would you even think about that? There are lots of parts of this particular parsha. There's the census taking, which I'll talk about in just a moment. And then there's also how the priests are to be, what their job is as they make sure prayers are said, sacrifices are made appropriately, and so forth. God says to Moses, take account of every man between the ages of 20 and 60. Why? Because they were of fighting age. They could be warriors. And Moses needed to know how many men he could count on. It did not include the Levites because they were responsible for making sure that the ark itself was maintained as a holy place. And so Moses began to count. He counted 603,550, and that's where the Torah stops. But I couldn't let it go. I had to think about the total number of people. So follow this, if you will. In addition to the 603,550 males who are at least between the ages of 20 and 60, we could well assume that there's at least minimum another 200,000 lower than 20 or above 60. That's the very least. If there are 600,000 men, statistically, there were 700,000 women. And then what about children? Children that were not counted under that 20, because I was really thinking like high teens. I'm figuring for every man and woman on that march, there was one child for each adult for each adult, which would make 1.3 million children. And then there's the million Egyptians who, as the Jews were leaving Egypt, said, don't leave us behind. We've seen what your God can do, and we believe. Please take us with you. And then, of course, there's the Levites. So a rough guess, just rough, 4 million people. Think about the logistics with 4 million people. 4 million people had to walk across the Red Sea. the sea parted, and 4 million people crossed. I used to live in Maine. I know what mud season is like. There is no possible way that 4 million people could have crossed that sea with all that mud. And yet we never talk about the miracle of God drying the earthbed so that they and their horses and sheep and cows and carts and luggage and wherever could get across safely. It's a logistical nightmare. Just the sanitation alone. How do you feed 4 million people? How do you make sure there's enough water for them? It was a full-time job, the book of Numbers. But they're not the numbers that interest me this week. Actually, they're not the numbers that interest me this year. The numbers that interest me right now are that in the United States alone, as of last night, 1,551,095 people in America have been afflicted with COVID-19. 1,551,095. And as of last night, 93,061 have perished. More than 25,000 new infections are identified every day. And the number of deaths? Yesterday, it was 1,278. For those who like to play with math, it's a lot of people. 50 an hour? Almost one every minute? Somewhere in the United States? Numbers are very important. How will we know when it's safe to return to the sanctuary? How will we know when it's safe to shake someone's hand again? It's all in the numbers. Yesterday, the Talmud was talking about restitution for sins committed. And it struck me because it was so full of numbers. I'll give you some examples. One who makes an oven is liable for 8 sin offerings. One who makes a jar on Shabbat is liable for 7 sin offerings. One who makes a basket on Shabbat is liable for 11 sin offerings. And here's the one that really confused me for a moment, and I'll clear it up for you if you don't get it right away. And the one who sews a mouth shut are liable for 13 sin offerings. Who in the world would sew a mouth shut of the dead? We are surrounded by death and disease. We are truly living through a plague. The numbers I just read are simply for the United States. It's not worldwide. And yet this disease is ravaging communities around the world. There are many people who will not come out of their homes until all this is over. Who, when they get mail in the mailbox, they spray it with Lysol before they ever open it, before they ever touch it. I can't say I've ever lived in a normal time because I don't know what that means. But I do know that this curse of COVID-19 has also been a blessing. It has allowed each of us time to slow down, We were forced to. We had no choice. We're forced into quiet spaces. I was looking yesterday at a video clip of New York City, Times Square, one car, no people. The little subtitle said, "After the apocalypse." We, you and I, have a responsibility to make sure that this disease does not go any further. Whatever that means to you, I urge you to do everything possible to make sure it goes no further. I've been a paramedic for more than 30 years, and I've received 2 invitations from the state of Georgia asking me to come out of hibernation, but I can't because I am high risk. And it wouldn't take me 13 minutes before I had it too. And I can't help anyone if I'm suffering from it. And so I had to turn down the offer. But I do miss being in the field, and I thank my brothers and sisters in pre-hospital emergency medicine, and all of the nurses and all of the doctors and all the support staff, all the grocery store workers, all the people around the world who had to go to work just to keep us going. So we had basics, food, water. I pray for all of them. I hope you join me in thanking all of them. Those are the numbers we really need to focus on this Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. I'm going to ask Judy to come up, if she would, and open the ark, and invite you, once the ark is open, to rise for the Aleinu. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצו, ולא שמנו כמשפחת האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ועושה הארץ, ומושב יקרוב בשמיים ממעל, ושינת עוזו בגוהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו עבד זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו. ידעת היום והשיבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת עינות. For you spread out the heavens and established the earth. Your majestic abode is in the heavens above. Your mighty presence is in the loftiest heights. You are our God, there is none else. In truth, you are our sovereign without compare, as is written in your Torah. Know then this day and take it to heart that Adonai is surely God in the heavens above and on the earth below. There is none else. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lamelech al kol haaretz bayom haho yeh Adonai echad o shemo Ushemo echad. Thank you, Judy. We now come to that part of the service where we remember those who have passed. We started a tradition here at Temple Beth David that until COVID-19 is no longer a scourge of the earth, we will every week remember all of those, not just Americans, all people who have perished from this horror. And we recognize them by chanting El Malai Rachamim. And I will tell you, just as a quick side, when Rabbi Kersner was here, and he and I had the honor of working with him, for the High Holy Days, he would say, you must chant El Malei Rachamim. And year after year, I would say, I don't know it. Rabbi, I don't know where you are at the moment, but if you're watching, I finally learned it. El Malei Rachamim Shochen Baromim Hamsei Menucha Nechana Tacha Kanfei Ashechina Im Kedoshim Otehorim Kezohar Harakia Masirim Lanishmot Yakirenu Shachol Le'amam Barachamim Harachamim Yastirem b'sifter kinafav Liolamim B'yitzror Bitzror hachayim et nishmatam Adonai hu nahalachtam Yanu b'shalom amishkavam V'nomar Amen. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who have died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. For them all we say, Zichronam Livracha. May their memories always be for a blessing. If you have names you would like to be remembered this evening, please put them in the chat box and Judy will read them. I will ask, because I totally forgot to do this during the Misha Berach, I apologize, gentlemen. Is there someone you would like to add to the Yortzeit list this evening? Both. Thank you. Bobby?
For the Misha Berach, Susie Horowitz, Ann Olin, Edwin Speck, Andrew Wheeler, Laura Friedman.
My apologies, gentlemen. It just... Judy, do we have names of anyone? If someone has passed away in the past 7 days, I would ask you to let us know. If not the last 7 days, the last 30 days. Gary Peck and of Norman Freed. Pedro Martinez. Helen Brudner. Anyone else within the past 30 days? I will add that Janice Schaefer's father passed away. Janice is married to Bill Nygut. He is the host of Political Rewind on public radio here in Atlanta. And he was talking about it, but when I tuned in, I was too late to get his father-in-law's name. If you ever have an opportunity to listen to Bill's show or to see one of Janice Schaefer's plays, she's a playwright extraordinaire. She writes from a different zone. Do not miss it. But we certainly remember her father. And for them all we say, Zichronam Livracha. Judy?
Manny Wildman.
Okay. Other names that we remember from Temple Beth David. Sarah Paratsky. Samuel Rushin. Hai Perez. Linda Gostad. Francis Diskin. Les Mayer. Burton L. Peikoff. Pearl Cummins. Malka Kroll. Judy Sarazzo Smith. Samuel Levy. Malva Dobrican. Andrew Levitt. Alan Levine. Gerald Roman. Sylvia Kaplan. Murray Schlein. Benjamin Weiss. Cy Dunkberg. Samson Nathan Weiss. And Alex Fine. Are there any others? I would ask you please to join me in reciting the mourner's Kaddish. Yid Gadal v'Yid Kadash Shemei Rabbah. B'Alma Divrach Irutei v'Yamlich Malchutei. B'Chayachon u'v'Yomechon u'v'Chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala B'Zman Kari v'Imru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam Olmei Omaya. Yitbarach v'Yishtabach v'Yitpa'ar v'Yitramam v'Yitnaseh. V'yit hadar, v'yit halev, v'yit halal, shemed kedusha barichu. Le'elam bimkol b'chata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechemata, damiran b'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimroma, uyaseh shalom. Aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel. And let us say, Amen. With our rabbi away, we would like to sing a song this evening specifically for him and anyone who's traveling these days. It's a traveler's prayer. And we ask that God watch over those who are traveling. Make sure, please keep them safe. Tefillah Haderech. May we be blessed as we go our way. May we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with health and joy. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. May we be sheltered by the wings of peace. May we be kept in safety and love. May grace and compassion find their way to every soul. May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. 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 May this be our blessing. Amen. And now, as we're coming near the close of this evening's service, we will sing Adon Olam in a traditional tune. But stay with us, because 1 week in the future, at some point, we will start with non-traditional tunes. Apparently, this song can be sung to just about any tune ever written, so we're going to give that one a try. Gentlemen, the old-fashioned way, please. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yetzir Nivra Li'ed Naza V'chet Sof Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra V'acharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora Ve'ho Haya Ve'ho Hoveh Ve'ho Yeh Betifara Ve'hu Echad V'ein Sheni Lehamshilo Lehachbira Beli Reshit Beli Tachlit Belo Ha'oz Ve'hamisra Ve'hu Eli Ve'chai Goali Ve'tzor Chevli V'ein Sarat Ve'honisi Umanosli Menat Kosi V'yom Ekrabi Yado Avkid Ruchi V'yein Tishan V'ya'ira V'im Ruchi Geviyati Adon Ali Velo Iva. Some very quick announcements for those of you who are part of any one of the rabbi's classes. They are continuing even though he isn't here, because he's just on the other side of a camera, whether he's in Snellville, Georgia, or Albuquerque, New Mexico, or anyplace else. And so he has found a way to make sure that there is great consistency, even during his absence physically from the area. He is still with us. I find that utterly amazing. Judy, do you have anything at all? No announcements. Bobby, Frank, anything? All right. Then we're going with one final piece. It is a priestly blessing. Bobby and I like to sing this together. We like to sing everything together. But we will sing it in Hebrew, and I will translate. If you're able and wish, please rise.
Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May the Lord bless you and keep you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha.
May the Lord make his face to shed light upon you and to be gracious unto you.
Yisra Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May the Lord lift up his face unto you and give you peace.
V'yasem lecha shalom.
Once again, would like to thank Judy Kern for making this all possible. She works tirelessly all week to get this done, in addition to a full-time job. And Bobby Horowitz and Frank Monteleone, my thanks to you. Just wouldn't be possible without this team in place. Rabbi Jesse, if you're watching, we wish you safe travels, Godspeed. We look forward to having you back right here next week. Rebitz and Shira, if you're watching, we are thrilled for your 30 weeks of pregnancy, and we will watch as carefully as you will allow over the next 10 weeks, and we will celebrate with you for certain. Ladies and gentlemen, Shabbat Shalom.